it's time to do a little bit of shipping, and these are some of the things that sold. This really pretty needlepoint bird, oval frame picture. So I'm going to get this wrapped up. I am using a little bit, just a thicker bubble wrap, just because of the size, because this is wrapped under glass. So I do want to make sure that it's, you know, fully protected. I will do this also because, you know, the small bubble wrap just isn't long enough, and it doesn't fit very well. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way with the thicker stuff. And this is going to go in a 16 by 16 by 6 box, just to give it enough room. Actually, it's in some ways it's less expensive to put it in this box because the profile is low and the height is low, so it's not real expensive. I don't think it'll be more than like $10 or $11 so to ship this, which is pretty good for something this size. So I've got this all wrapped up there. I'm going to grab my box right here that I already made up the box just because I knew I was going to need a big box. I'm going to put a little bit of peanuts on the bottom and spread that out. I'm going to make sure that the glass is glass side up. This box is plenty big enough for this. I already had measured and knew that, so that will work out just fine. And then I'm going to put the remainder of my peanuts in here, and I'm going to tuck them down on the side just to make sure it's in there nice and good. And as you can tell, it's actually a pretty good fit, so I shouldn't have any problems with that. Let me just see, get a little bit more in there. That'll probably do it. I don't want it to be too tight. And then I'm gonna put my little coupon in there for my 20% off the next purchase. It is breakable, so I, of course, will put my fragile stickers on this as well. So we'll get this all wrapped up. Just one more piece here. I'm going to put my thing for my peanuts down there so it's not in the way. I'm going to get the fragile stickers out. That one all done right there. All right, and the weight on this box is going to be... All right, so this box is 3 pounds and 14 ounces. All right, so my next item is just some Hewlett Packard. I did buy this at an estate sale. It's basically new old stock printer ink. So I'm gonna go ahead and just toss this in a little 6x6 box. Obviously it doesn't need much. It's still sealed in their packages. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of peanuts on the top there. I'm gonna stick my little coupon in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this taped up. All right, so this little box is going to weigh 12 ounces. All right, so the next item to sell is these really cute, these are folding opera glasses. Sorry, I picked these up at a sale somewhere. So they do have their original box. I know they're vintage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put those right in the box here. I did put a little peanuts in there ahead of time. This is an 8x6x4 box, so I'm just gonna put a little peanuts on top. I'm going to grab my coupon and put that in there, and that'll be it for this little guy. So right there. I know I'm going to run out of tape in a minute too. So let's see what this little one's going to weigh. All right, the weight on this little box is going to be 11 ounces. All right, so the next item is going to be this. This is a brand new Shakespeare fishing reel. I put a little bit of peanuts in the box. I'm just going to drop this in, and I'm going to make sure that the handle is, you know, in there good, and it is. So it's got plenty of room. So I'm going to put a little bit of peanuts on top. I am going to put my little coupon in there. And this box is going to be, I want to say this is an 866, but I will double check to make sure that I'm accurate. And it is an 866. I'm going to drop this on the scale. And this guy weighs 1 pound and 8 ounces. All right, our next item is this Star Wars droid. It's a toy. We picked this up a while ago. We had a few of these. These actually sold really well. So I'm going to put this in a 12 by 10 by 6 box. I'm going to make sure that it fits in there good, because I also want to put a piece of cardboard across the top, because I don't want this box crushed, so I am going to stick a little piece of cardboard across the top to protect it. I have some old cut up pieces just sitting right here down on the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this one down a little bit just so it has a better fit there. Actually, let me get my little X-Acto knife out there. All right, so that's done. Get this cut down a little bit too, because I feel like it's going to be too long if I don't cut it a little bit. All right. So then I'm going to put that right across the top of there. Oh, sorry, I got to put my little coupon in. I almost forgot. Put my little coupon right there. Put my knife back. All right, so this is going to be a 12, 10, 6 box. So I'm going to get this all taped up. I will put a fragile sticker on this. The reason is I know that the box is important. This is a new in box, old Star Wars toy, or not, not really old, but it is considered vintage. So I want to make sure that the box is protected, because collectors of these things, that's what they care about, the box as much as the toy. So we'll go ahead and put this right there. All right, and this box is going to weigh 1 pound and 9 ounces. All right, my next item is this beautiful Hobo International purse. It's just like a little crossbody purse. It's a nice sage color in leather. I'm going to drop this in my 10 by 10 by 5 box. I'm just going to put a little bit of peanuts in there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my coupon and get that wrapped up. All right, that box is going to weigh 1 pound and 6 ounces. So my next item is these Nico salad plates. These are Christmas plates. We picked these up recently at a sale. I am going to put these in a 10 by 10 by 5. They have cardboard and packing inside of the box, so I don't think I need to put extra in there. I am going to obviously put peanuts, but this is a pretty durable box, so I am just going to go ahead and put peanuts all around, and I'm going to stuff them in there so that they're not so that the sides are protected, and then I'll make sure that it's got plenty on the top as well for that. And I am going to put my little coupon in there. And of course, this, as usual, will get fragile stickers. I actually have to do another box of Nico Christmas plates, but this is an actual service set, so it's going to need a bigger box than this. But this is just the little salad plates. So we'll go ahead. It's got lots of peanuts in there. I'm going to put a little extra tape just because, like I said, when it's something like breakable, I tend to want to put a little bit extra packing on it. And so I'm putting my fragile stickers on. Hopefully that's nice and safe now. My 10 by 10 by 5 box is going to weigh 3 pounds and 12 ounces. All right, so the next item is going to be these Pimpernel placemats, these really pretty blue ones. It does have the original box, even though the box has some wear on it. I did note that in my listing. I'm going to put this in plastic just because it is, you know, a cork, and just in case the box were to get wet, I don't want it to be ruined. I'm not really worried about this breaking, obviously. I did put this in a 16 by 16 by 16 box. I'm going to go ahead and get some peanuts over here because I'm almost out. So I will go ahead and get that done. I'm going to walk right back over here. I'm going to dump some of these peanuts in here. I'm going to grab my little coupon. Actually, I think I'm going to put a little bit more in there just to keep it nice and firm, because it is a little bit, even though they're just placemats, because they're the cork ones, they're a little bit heavier than regular placemats. So we'll just go ahead and get that wrapped up. So this is a 16 by 6 box. Grab those. Perfect. I'm going to see what this guy weighs today. This is going to weigh 6 pounds and 7 ounces. All right, here is the 12-piece set of the Nico dishes. This is the cups and saucers. This is a much larger box. I didn't have a box that was a great fit for this. So I actually put 2 boxes together, and this is going to be a 14 by 14. I made sure I had plenty of room inside there, and I did put peanuts inside of the dish box. So not only is it getting peanuts on the top and bottom, I also opened up the box, and in between all the cups and plates made sure there was extra peanuts. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to get all this poured in. Make sure that it's all pressed down in there. That looks pretty good. That'll work. I am going to get my coupon put in there. I'm going to go ahead and get this taped up. And I will show you. So I ended up, these were 2 14 by 14 by 3 boxes. And I merged them together. Once you start to get above 14 by 14 by 14, the price really does go up. So I think it's easier just to merge 2 boxes and get the one that will fit. And also too, this gave it a little extra, you know, cardboard around it. I'm going to put one more piece around the area that I connected it, but I mean, I've got it really taped up there. So, you know, it shouldn't have any problems at all shipping. Now, because I did merge 2 boxes, I know that it's, you know, 14 by 14, but I do have to measure to the top. Okay, so this is going to be 14. This is going to be 14 by 14 by 15 because you have to round up. So I know that this is not going to be, you know, an extremely cheap box to send, but it's the only way to get it there safe. So we will see what happens. And sometimes when boxes are a little oversized, depending on the weight, this box may have to go UPS. And if it's going UPS, you always have to round your numbers up. And I mean, you have to actually measure your boxes each side, because a lot of times what they print on these boxes, the sizes are not accurate if you actually measure them. So if it does have to go UPS, I am actually going to measure this. So it's a little bit heavy, and this one weighs 12 pounds. So there we go, 12 pounds. All right, my next item, I have 2 of these Denby Pottery mugs going out. These are almost like brand new, so I do have to put bubble wrap around them. I'm going to grab that, and I am going to grab a piece of paper and put this inside of each of the mugs, since it's a set of 2, so there is going to be 2 of them going out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy wrapped up. All right, that'll work. Then I'm gonna get him taped real quick here. And I am gonna use a 10 by 10 by 10 box. I've already got the box made up, and I put a little bit of peanuts in there, just like usual. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this guy too. All right, that'll work. Put a little bit more on this just so it's nice and covered there. Okay, perfect. So then I'm going to drop each of these in my 10 by 10 box. I have plenty of room in this box, so I don't really need to worry about anything. And I'm going to kind of hold them steady while I put the peanuts in so that the peanuts will go around them and in between them, which is perfectly good. That's an easy one to get finished here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my little coupon in the top there. And I'm going to get this all wrapped up. All right, I know my battery's going to be running low, so I want to make sure I get this finished up here. And this box is going to get fragile stickers, and it weighs 2 pounds and 9 ounces. So I want to make sure that I get my little fragile stickers on there. Perfect. All right, so this next item is this Griswell pan. I actually just picked this up. This is a really good seller. It sold super quick. This is actually an older one, so I am going to put this, obviously I'm not worried about it breaking, but it's going to go in a 16 by 12 by 12 box. I did put a lot of tape on this because, you know, this is going to be a heavier box. I'm going to make sure that I have a bunch of peanuts in there just because I don't want them clanking around in there, because, you know, I do want to make sure that the pieces are, you know, protected well enough. So I go ahead and I'm just going to drop the lid right on top. The lid doesn't fit in a bubble mailer, so I'm not even going to try to do that. See, I still have to go get another thing of peanuts. It's not going that far, so I'm not really concerned as much about the size of the box I'm using. And, you know, they paid a pretty penny for this. So, you know, it's definitely worth making sure that this is well done and protected. So I am going to put my little coupon in there. Maybe just put a little bit more of these peanuts in the corners there. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to fold the box down. You know, I looked at the box size, and sometimes with eBay, this is something that as resellers you need to look into, that, you know, sometimes you try to put things in the smallest box possible. So I knew I was probably going to use a 16 by 12, but I would have put, you know, I probably would have put like 8 or 10 as my height. Well, when you look at eBay and you do the comparison, there was no difference in just leaving it in the 16 by 12 by 12 as there was in the 16 12 by 8. So instead of cutting it down and doing that extra work, yes, I did put a little extra peanuts in it, but I didn't cut my box down. So, you know, there is, you know, sometimes checking the sizes of your boxes before you print the label, you'll find out that you might not need to make any adjustments to it. All right, so I do expect this to weigh a bit, and this is 9 pounds and 7 ounces. All right, so my next item is this really cute German smoker. I literally just picked him up over the weekend. He's just really cute, and he moves. His little body moves to make it look like he's skiing. So I thought that was a really cute guy. I am going to try to put a little bit of bubble wrap around him. Obviously, I don't want to break all those little toys in his basket. So this is not going to be, you know, wrapping a bubble wrap to tape him up and to, you know, get him all compacted. It's more or less just to give him a little bit of extra, you know, cushion basically. So that's probably all I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm not going to try to tape this down, you know, really well. I don't want all that stuff in his little basket to break. So what I did do is I made sure that I got a big enough box so that he can sit in there comfortably and nothing will be, you know, pushing on him. Sorry, that was probably a little bit too much on the peanuts. So I did get the box ready for him ahead of time. So this is probably going to be I think it's a 12 by 10 by 6. Like I said, I have to be really careful because I don't want these little toys and stuff to break in his basket. But as you can see, there's plenty of room in the box and around the box. So I definitely made sure I didn't use a box that was going to be too small for him. I am going to put my little coupon right on the top there. And then I'm going to get him wrapped up. And of course, you know, with him, I will put some fragile stickers on him just to make sure that, you know, he doesn't get knocked around. But I think just loosely putting the bubble wrap around him and then the peanuts and using a big enough box is really the key. Making sure your box is not too small so that it's pressing on the corners is probably a good idea. So that is a 12, 10 by 6. I'm going to get my little, fold it up. I'm going to get my little fragile stickers out there. Put him on the scale, and he is going to weigh 1 pound and 11 ounces.